Heck.
Hello, everyone.
Good.
Welcome.
Addie in the house.
There's so many in that. No, in that.
Oh,
In
I
that.
wouldn't have been able to
in
fit
that
in the
screen.
screen even if I was there.
I know, right? I feel a
No,
bit
You could
lonely.
be down next to Green.
Feeling a little bit lonely, but we've got quite a few people on tonight, which is awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, taking the time out. I am Carla. Annette is below. Corrine does the opposite. Paul, like all you guys, Pauline, like everyone,
Greg,
Stacey,
Pauline. Yes, the
awesome.
crew.
Hello.
Great to see you all here.
Yeah.
So tonight is really just kind of a bit of an intro, nothing really sort of too exciting, although just having us all here is excitement enough, right?
Absolutely, yes.
But what we want to, we kind of want to introduce you guys into the Zallevo Australia culture, because we are hitting the ground running. We are starting to gain big momentum, and it is very exciting because we get to develop and create the culture that we want.
Yes.
So last year, the three of us girls, Annette, Corrine, and I, were privileged to experience a trip across to Utah, to spend some time in head office, spend a lot of time with all the corporate crew, including Brandon Broadwater. We had the most incredible experience, quite life-changing actually. We did MPW, which is Brandon's brand of personal development. So it's
Master your
Yes, that's correct. Master your power within. So Zallevo have like three key elements that make up this incredible company, and a big part of that is obviously personal development, which we love, and we are wanting to foster that here in Australia in our own Aussie way. So we are working to develop some really, really cool things in the future. We just kind of we're not going to leak any info just yet, but there's some pretty exciting things that we've been talking about and brainstorming. It's in its infancy and very early stages, but as soon as we start developing more of a plan, we will absolutely let everyone know what that's all about. But we are wanting to nurse and develop that whole personal development kind of part of Zallevo and the culture. So part of that is really our Z Team Huddle this evening, and this is really just sort of kicking off. We've had it going for a little while, but to be honest, quite often it's just like the 3 or 4 of us, which is totally all good. It has to start somewhere, right? And we want it to start with passion. This is where we're at. Like, we are so passionate, not only about this company and this brand, but we are all passionate about helping people and changing people's lives. So that is a huge part of what Zallevo is all about. You know, we are here to serve and to really help people develop into the best version of themselves physically, but also just personally as well. And that's why the personal development side of things is really, really important to all of us. And we've got, like I said, we've got some great ideas coming up. So tonight is really just an intro into that, and moving forward, these Z Team huddles will have some training. We are strictly sticking with 30 minutes. So it's going to be wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, in and out. And you're going to leave each session with some gold nuggets and something to go away with and be able to implement into your own business. So tonight we won't be doing so much training, as it's just a bit of an intro into what this is all about, but moving forward every Thursday from here on in, or if we end up changing it back, you know, we'll just go with the flow.
I love you, Carla. Thank you. Yes, we had that discussion today.
We did. That's all
Yeah.
good. But we want as many people on these calls as possible, because this is where we can truly feel the culture, the magic, get together, bounce ideas off each other. At times we will be doing some brainstorming amongst all of us. And, you know, many brains and ideas are better than just one or two. So we really value every single one of you, and we're really blessed and grateful that you have chosen to be a part of this journey. Really exciting times in Australia, because we're at ground zero pretty much. So like I said, moving forward, each week we will have some training involved, and it'll be really, really useful that you can implement into your business each week. Kareen, would you like to just take it away?
Cool. Oh, say that again.
It's all yours.
Okay, cool. All right, fantastic. Thanks for that, Carla. So just moving forward, what I'd like to talk about for this session is creating a structure and a plan of attack as to how you are able to create a business, a real business from Zallevo. So you obviously all know who Carla, myself, and Paul are, and obviously Annette as well. And what I thought I'd let you know is that from actually come on in, because from now on in, what we'd like to try and do is schedule in monthly business strategy calls with people, and each month and what we want to do is actually map out, okay, what financial goals do you have? Where do you want to be this month? Or where do you want to be in 6 months? Where do you want to be in 12 months? Let's now create a structure and what that would look like for you and your business. And so that is really a key part in making Zallevo a real business and not just a dream, because we are really in the business of making your dreams a reality. But in order for that to happen, you've got to have a clear vision and a clear pathway moving forward. So I'd also thought I'd touch on the other aspect is that you are now joining a team of people that are going to help you. You are not independent. You're not on your own, even though you are driving your own business. So you have your own business. You call the shots. You make the calls as to how you want to proceed. But at the end of the day, you're also supported through the systems, through the products, through the people, and through the personal development and growth that you have with Zallevo. And that's where this team environment is so key. And obviously that's what we want to build into the fabric and the framework of Z Team Australia.
100%.
So I thought what I'd do is I'd touch on the areas that your leaders, like our giftings and our strengths. So if you are looking for someone for some advice with health and fitness on a professional level, Carla is your girl. She is your Carla and George, your absolute go-to. So if you have something that you're not sure of, that you really need to work, obviously you can call your upline, and that's your direct person. But sometimes they might even say, look, you need to talk to Carla. Or if your upline is not available and you need the information ASAP, You are not alone. Reach out to Carla for health and fitness. For like Paul, he's great with numbers and business strategies. Really good at getting down into the nitty gritty and doing the mapping out of the business, and great with mentoring as well and keeping people consistent and on track. So if you need somebody to maybe help one of your customers be motivated, Paul is your guy. Make sure that you reach out. He's really great with helping people to remain consistent. What my particular strength would definitely be like business organization and systems. So I've been obviously in the industry for a long time, and so I've got really great effective systems for like setting up a file for each client that comes on board. I have got, their consultation notes. I've got every single time I chat with them, I write some notes. So I've got a really great system in place, and it's very simple and it can be duplicated. And I'm happy to actually talk and break down how I do things for people. And I'm happy to do that one-on-one, or I'm happy to do, and we'll do training calls on, different areas. But the main thing is that you're not alone in this whole process. You've got a support system here. And that, but if you have specific goals, you really need to book in a one-on-one every month. And then with your upline, you really should be touching base each week. If you've got big goals, if you want specific financial gains within this, you need to be tracking. And we can help you with that. And so don't be overwhelmed, but definitely know that we can help map it out, so it's not this just big beautiful idea of financial freedom. We want to make that into a clear pathway for you, a strategic pathway for you. Okay, and with that said, now I'm going to hand you over to the last little segment to Paul, because Paul has got some great tips on networking, which is a big core part of our business.
Okay, thanks, Corinne. Thanks, Carla. Amazing. Wonderful working with you, ladies. So basically, I guess I've been in business, in management, since I was a teenager. I owned my own business since in my early 20s, so quite a few years, and across a number of different, genres really. In construction, I've worked hospitality, I've worked within fitness as well, and state coaching teams, and also hospitality. So I've worked across all of those. I'm very much a visionary. So I see Zallevo, it's such a great model in that you can earn an income. Through that income, you can leverage that to other income sources. So you can really, potentially go to a platinum consistently within Zallevo. Through that investment of platinum, you can easily go into other business structures and easily, make your income from Zallevo a 5-time income somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? But it's what actually gets you in, gives you that core sort of income down the bottom, and helps you to grow structures outside of what we've got. So instead of you going like, oh yeah, Zallevo is going to give me $30,000 a year. If I go platinum, I've got this, and I've got these 30 people, and it's growing. It's not growing fast enough. Like, I'm not sure that's quite going to get me where I want to go. Like, within 12 months, you can leverage that $30,000 to potentially earn you over $100,000 just by leveraging that amount there. So it's just being strategic in what you do, knowing where you need to go and what you need to do from an investment point of view in doing that. A great source is obviously property in going in that. Like, obviously, I've worked construction property. I do a lot of work with investors, like where we go in and we look at properties with low, down deposits and things like that, being able to buy them, being able to do sliders, flips, or anything like that. And really, like, you can take an income from Zallevo, put it into a property investment flipper, and make yourself $60,000, $70,000 in a year extra on top of what your stable income is. So I guess that's where my strength is, looking into that and those business strategies, different models, and where those opportunities are to do things. There'll be some times where we can together go, okay, let's just make here a little alliance together, 3 or 4 of us, we can actually potentially do this, and this is going to do this for us. We got so many opportunities. I guess we limit ourselves and we go, oh yeah, it's going to take us ages. If we get to SL2, like that's a really substantial income, but it's going to take us forever to get there. And it's scaling to where we go with getting to platinum. How's that work for us? Well, like generally we need 30 customers under if it's just us. We need 30 customers. But if we get our 3 brand partners, they're getting theirs and they encourage another 2 brand partners under them. That happens really quickly. And what it does, it's very stable. It's not us rushing out trying to get all this and it falls over, because we're mentoring those 3 underneath us to mentor their teams underneath them. So it grows, and it's sustainable growth that stays there, that we're not trying to recreate every 3 months what we've created to get to a certain point. So I guess it's my strength in that what I can offer this team, and it's amazing working with these other 2. And Nettie, it's been amazing working with you as well.
Yes.
And it will continue to be amazing working with you. To just like be on the ground and work together and really just be bouncing off and be really strategic, and then have these great testimonies within the next few months of what people are doing and how they're scaling themselves from nothing to something. So going from ordinary to extraordinary in extraordinary amounts of time. So not just in a small amount of time, but quickly and more than what they could ever imagine. And the personal growth that they'll get from each one of us on every area.
Not even us, just the whole, like the material that we will share along the road as well.
Yeah, that's right. And give out a mentor. And that's our heart. That's the heart of each of us, is to mentor people through and help everybody to be better this time next year than what they are today. And they will be. Like, certainly will be.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I think that's just awesome to know that, because a lot of us jump in this team and this business and we don't know people's backgrounds. We don't know how much that we can develop together, and like what Paul was saying, bounce off each other. And like, I'm all about working smarter, not harder, right?
Yeah.
And this is the platform to do it in. It really is, because it's all about systems and duplication. And that's where, the really big money starts rolling in. So, we've got an incredible opportunity here, and it's just a matter of working it the right way and supporting each other doing it.
Yeah.
And just on networking as well, like networking's such a big thing. No matter what industry I've worked in, I've networked. And, like, it's say I was networking and this was a new little community of network for me. And I meet Stace. What do you do, Stace? Stace goes, I do this. Oh, what do you do? I do this. And this is the other thing I do. Oh, that's interesting. You make Zallevo sound exciting for what it is. You don't name it, but you just make it sound exciting. They go, oh, what's that involve? And it's like this. And, through that, we do this mentoring program. Oh, what's that involve? All of a sudden, you just open up this thing. It's like, I would like to get into that. That's exciting. I was out the other day at the shopping center. We were about to meet a PT. No, we weren't. It was another engagement. But like, I was there. I saw this couple that I know, and I was chatting to them. I'm chatting to them about this mentoring program. They're like, we need to get our son onto that. We need to get our son involved in this. Like, he's 23 years old. He loves like this sort of life. He travels a lot through sport. He plays TRL. He's played for the All Blacks in TRL and all that sort of stuff. So he's a little athlete. I had connections with him in a run club like the month prior to that, where I'd seen Poe and I'd engaged with him and everything. So we have a relationship. We're friends on Facebook. And then his mum and dad now hearing this and like, we want Poe to be involved. You need to speak to Poe. And then they've got a 21-year-old daughter. Maybe you can speak to Pania as well. So straight away, that's networking. It's just being out. It's being in a body of people and then hearing what you're about and what you're doing.
Yeah. And asking questions too. That's a whole 30-minute Z Team Huddle, really, just on networking, how to, and just being bold and getting out there and just talking to people. And people like to talk about themselves. Ask questions, and be genuinely interested. I'm just going to ignore that comment. Be genuinely interested.
That's exactly. Thank you. Just to bring clarity, I love you, Pauline. Just say it. Mm.
But just really
Yeah.
just being genuine in listening and hearing about, because people are interesting, you know, and when you take the time to actually listen to their story, everyone's got a story. That's the thing. And
Yeah.
there's not too many people out and about that will actually take the time to really listen to someone's story, you know. And I think when you do come across someone who is like that and is genuinely asking you questions, you walk away thinking, wow, what a nice lady, or what a nice bloke, you know, and they will remember you, and they will want to talk to you next time. Like, we get this a lot in the gym, but whatever platform you want to use, whether it's the gym or the church or the hairdressing salon or your run club, or, you know, even, you know, I walk down on the beach every morning with my dog. The people are meeting the same people all the time, you know, every morning. I've just picked one up as my client, right? After, you know, maybe it's might have been 6 months, but you know,
Yeah.
I finally got her around. But you know, just talk to people and be interested in their lives and what they're struggling with. That's where we want to get in, but it takes a while quite often to get them to open up like that. So if it takes 6 months, it takes 6 months. It's all good. If it takes, you know,
They matter.
will open up straight away.
Yeah.
They're the ones that stay.
Yeah.
They're the
And
ones that
they,
stay. Because you've formed
absolutely.
that bond already.
But yeah, no, everyone matters.
Yeah.
It's good. I like that. The art of good questioning. We have to actually do a training on that. There is an art in good questioning.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you've actually done done a presentation on that. It's actually really
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Carla. yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah, there's
that
so
one
much
out.
more to that as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really quick.
Yeah. But even, you know, if any of you are mums or parents and you drop the kids off at school, there's another network.
It's true. Yeah.
It's people everywhere we go.
So powerful.
Yeah. Did you want to discuss anything else for tonight?
I think that's all good, because obviously we're in a time frame and we've got some things to do afterwards. So I think that's really cool. But
And then, would you like to add anything?
Oh, not really. I just love everything you've said, and what yeah, like what you said, you know, when people come along, new people come along, just finding out their strengths, we can work with that. Like, everybody's got their own strength to come to the table, so we don't need to be good at everything in this business. We can totally use each other and not feel bad about it.
Yeah, that's right. We're smart, not hard.
So that's great to hear that you can help out with that, Paul, because that's definitely not my forte. And your systems, I can't wait to learn all about them, Corinne. If we can do a training and incorporate them, that would be awesome. I think the networking one would definitely be a good one to do in the early days, like, you know, the next couple of weeks, because that really helps people kick their businesses off. The conversations. And if you're not talking to people, you can't have those conversations and find out who needs what we've got to offer. So that would be a good one.
The other thing is, like, there's face-to-face networking, but there's social media as well. And actually, next Tuesday, our time, I'm going to do the presentation for Meet the Z. So we do, the first half hour is basically introducing Zallevo, which is what we cover in our opportunity call, which I think we should hold one like
Very
soon,
soon.
like next
Yes.
week.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And
Yeah.
the second half is some training, and I'm going to go through some social media stuff. We have done one in this arena, but that was like maybe 2 months ago or something. So
Even more. Yeah.
maybe more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to be recorded anyway. So if you can't jump on, it's 11 o'clock next Tuesday, which is Monday night in the US. But that will be recorded. So, and we might do one of our own anyway.
Awesome. All right. It's 7:29, Pete. So
We did so good.
It is. Teamwork makes the dream work. Seriously. Yeah. I'm excited to be partnering with you girls and guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Honestly, there's some really exciting times coming up, and if we can just, like what we've all been saying, just use each other's strengths, reach out to, you know, people who have a niche expertise area. Annette's a bit of a guru with gut health.
Yes, I meant to say that. Sorry.
Yeah, you know, all of that sort of thing. So on
that, I was just watching the news. I've been watching free to air TV again since being in Yeppoon. I haven't watched it for I don't know how long. But on the news, it was a big thing about microbiomes. And I was thinking,
It's
hello.
Yeah, this is not new.
This is not new. We have been talking about this for so long, but all of a sudden it's become a thing.
Yeah.
So, I just thought that was I had a bit of a chuckle.
Yes. Yes. Fantastic. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
You guys can go off and.
Can I just ask one question to the Korean group over there?
Yeah.
What is Relay for Life? Am I going to be running for 24 hours?
Walking, just walking.
No, you're going to be expected to run the whole 24 hours.
But
I told my girls, I'm like, so I've signed you up for this fundraising thing, and you have to run for 24 hours. My daughter was just like,
what?
They can just pace themselves, and you can do that.
Give them lots of drench.
Yeah, you can do 1,000 laps in as short a time as you want. Just got to do 1,000 laps.
Yeah, that's minimum requirement.
The whole group needs to do 1,000.
Individually, and then you can tick off. So if you do it in 6 hours, you can go home.
Oh my god! I don't know whether you're joking or not.
I know.
Eddie, I never joke. I haven't made a joke since last month.
I have not done any exercise since I left Perth, so
you'll be right. You'll be sore on Sunday. We can take you to church for healing. Be the bath down the front.
Very good. Very
or
good.
I'll just take some alpha and
load up.
E-vibe. It's more e-vibe.
So yeah, it's just walking. Don't stress too much. It's a lot of fun, and like people get really dressed up. I've got a cap for everyone.
That's our dress up.
Yep, and
with the
black short, black attire. But people get really dressed up in tutus and stuff like that. But let's just keep things simple.
Should I wear my Zallevo shirt?
Well, yeah, I'm wearing my Z shirt too.
Okay. Yeah,
I was going to wear mine, but I haven't got one.
I gave him one on like a little while ago, and then he looked at it and he's like, "It's not ironed. I don't want it." So I was like, "Okay."
So she's going to iron it for next.
Vistaprint, people, Vistaprint, and you can make your own.
Yeah, I'll do that next time. I just didn't get time. Well, just because it was a bit last. It was a bit last minute. Yeah. Yeah.
So well done, guys. Thanks for showing up. Enjoy your evening, Corinne's tip. And look forward to next week. We will, good idea. We will have a little bit more structure next week. But this week was definitely just a bit of a intro.
Can I just get mine, please? No.
I'm going to stop recording. Thank you for joining us, everyone.